Hey guys, this is Smriti. Welcome to my channel. If you guys are new here, welcome, and if you guys have already been subscribed to the channel, thank you so much for subscribing. Today's video is a super exciting video. We're going to talk about an indie brand which I personally had never heard of before until and unless Trendmood posted those pictures, and then I got captivated. That is the word that I was looking for. So today we're going to talk about Moira Beauty. So I'll let you know what I think about all the products. So I picked out a face palette and 3 blushes. Surprise, surprise. So if you guys want to see how I feel about all these products, then please keep on watching. So let's begin. The face palette that I picked out is Life's a Picnic palette. Now this is the Blooming series palette. They do have 2 in their line. One was this with contouring powder and the bronzing powders and blushes and highlighters. And the other one is called Ooh La La palette, which is heavy on the blush side and it does have 1 highlighter. So it comes with 6 products here. It does come with a mirror. So it comes with 1 bronzer shade, 1 contouring shade, 1 more of a sheeny bronzer, I would say here. This is much more warm toned. We have 2 blushes here, 1 peachy blush and 1 pinky blush, and then we do have an highlighter. I personally felt this would be more useful for me because I definitely wanted to pick up the other blushes, and those are called ombre blushes. Let's talk about the pricing. This is a pretty affordable brand, I would say. So this face palette along with the other face palette, both of them retail for $17 each. So that was pretty good. And their Signature Ombre Blushes, they retail for $9 each. Now, if you've not seen, this is how they all look, and show it to you guys. I will definitely give you a close-up of all the products, but look at this beauty all in its glory before I swatch it. I mean, look at that print. I am actually very scared to even dip into it, and I do not want to lose any of the print. Although it's not like an overspray or anything, it's just it's engraved so beautifully with an ombre. Although I was very intimidated with this shade, but I definitely wanted to have it in my collection. I mean, I do not own any orange blush, and this like screamed summer, spring to me. This is the Orange Blossom shade, number 5. Then I picked out the shade Tender Rose. This is more of my vibe, I would say. So this is Tender Rose, number 2. So it's a peachy blush with like a nude pink ombre going to it. I mean, it's stunning to look at. We'll see how it performs. The third blush that I picked out is in the shade Soft Berry, and this is the number 8 blush in their line. So this goes from like a nudie pink to a nude to a mauvey blush to like a berry shade. Can you see this beauty? I mean, kudos to the people who like designed this. It's just amazing. The packaging is not like luxe or anything. It's just a plastic packaging, and it has a clasp closure. So yeah, nothing fancy in their packaging style. But the blush itself, I mean, is just stunning. It's just stunning to look at. Let's move on to the face palette. Let me show it to you guys. So I actually did my face, if you cannot tell already. I'll just go fast over the products that I used. I used L'Oreal's Gloomy Lotion. It's a new product that I picked out, definitely not new in the industry, but I was looking for like a glowy product. So I picked that out. So this was my primer. For the foundation, again, I have a new product, and this is CoverGirl Outlast Extreme Wear 3-in-1 foundation. And I picked out the shade Soft Honey. It's a tad bit lighter, I would say, but everything like worked out beautifully because I do not have any bronzer or anything. I just used this, and the concealer was Becca's Ultimate Coverage Long Wear Concealer. And this I am in the shade Caramel. So those were the base products that I used. For powdering the face, I used Bare Minerals Bare Pro Foundation in the shade Natural 11. Now, for my eyes, as you guys can see, I do have Corderosa palette, and I basically used this quad in the beginning. That is what I have. So this matte shade all over the lid, this in my crease, this to deepen up the outer corners, and this all over my lid. And that's my eye look today. And then to finish off my eyes, I have my Wet n Wild eyeliner and Anastasia's mascara. This is basically for my information so that I can link it down in the description box below for you guys so that I don't forget. Now let's move on to the face palette, the star of the show. Okay, oh, by the way, when you purchase this face palette, it does come with like a, clear pouch and a bunch of stickers that you can like stick and customize your pouch. I'm going to give this to my boys. Let them do whatever they want to do. Now let's move on. I'm not big on contours, so I don't know how is it going to look, but we are definitely going to try. I'm going to start with a lighter contour, bronzer, whatever it is. We'll see how it goes. Can you see anything? It's definitely powdery because, I mean, I can definitely see the product. So it definitely does give like a shadow. And I'm using my Morphe M523 just to chisel out the cheekbones because I do not have one. So I want a brush to chisel it out for me. It's pretty cool toned. Just beware, if you do not like cool tone, these two shades are pretty cool toned in this palette, I would say. And you can find discount codes all over the internet. So I just inserted one of the discount codes. I think I got like for 40% off. If I can find it, I'll leave it in the description box below, but you can definitely Google it around and you will get it. So that's how the lighter contour is looking. Nothing much, I would say, but definitely does give a definition. It is definitely blending out, so that's not a concern. Should we dip into the darker one? Let's dip it. It's definitely picking up on my brush. I can see that. Yeah, definitely a little more deeper. I'm not big into contours, but so far so good. It is definitely working out. So once we have chiseled out our cheekbones, let's do a little bit on the nose. Nothing much, just like that. Let's move on to the bronzer, shall we? Let's dip into that basket shade. I don't know how is it going to look, but it is definitely picking up on my brush. So that's a good one. It's a sheeny bronzer. That's a good shade, I would say. It's a good shade for medium skin tones. Yeah, you can definitely see it. So this side is only with the contour and this is with the bronzer and the contour. And again, I'm filming in natural lighting. So there's no studio lights or anything. It's just the light from the sun. And then I'll just warm up my nose. Just the places where the sun naturally hits our face. That's where we are going to bronze up all the face. Now, just a little bit below the jawline. Let's hide that double chin. Oh my God. We've all bronzed up and contoured. Let's move on to the highlighter. Let's dip into Lakeside. It's picking up pretty nicely on the brush. Oh, do you see that? It's a pretty glittery blush. Sorry, it's a pretty glittery highlight. So I don't know how I feel about that. Wait, I need to change my brush. So I had my Wet n Wild highlighting brush and this is very flimsy. Can you see that? Like it will pick up the product from the tippy tops. So now I'm going to take my, what is this? Real Techniques setting brush. And I love this as my highlighter brush when it is like that glittery because I definitely don't want like too much of glitter to show through. I rather want like a sheen on my cheeks. So a denser brush would help with that. It is pretty. But if you do not like a glittery highlight, this won't be for you. Definitely has like a lot of shimmer running through it. Or like me, definitely go with like a dense brush, because with like a fluffy flimsy brush, it definitely would pick a lot of shimmer and not the glow. But with the dense brush, it is picking up a lot of glow. I would say I would have been happy if one of the shade was here. This bronzer is really good. Blushes, I think it would be nice, but I want to definitely test out the other blush, so I'm not going to dip into that. Like the highlighter is super smooth. Like when I'm swatching it, yeah, you can see it's a tiny little bit of glitter running all throughout. So if you like that shimmery glow on your cheeks, you would like it. Otherwise, this would not be your cup of tea. Now let's move on to the blush. Now, which blush are we using? That's the question. Should we go all crazy? I don't think this would match our eye look. Let's do our lips first, okay? And then we'll do. I'm going to use my Pat McGrath combo. This is Pat McGrath's Permagel Ultra Lip Pencil, and this is in the shade Living Legend. Super creamy. So for the lipstick, it's Flesh 5, and this is described like a mahogany rose color. Now let's see. I don't think we're going to do an orange today just because it won't go with the look. So this is Tender Rose. This might be good. And Soft Berry. Oh wow, even this matches well. Should we go two on different cheeks so that you guys can see options? I think we should do that, and then we can like even it out later. So let's start off with Tender Rose. I'm gonna take my Real Techniques blush brush, which I generally use. Tap off the excess because I don't know how much product. Oh wow, it is pigmented, guys. It is definitely pigmented. Now, another thing that you definitely need to keep it in mind is all these products have talc and mica and cornstarch in it. So if you guys are allergic to these ingredients, definitely keep that in mind. All these products do have that. Very beautiful shade. This side is Tender Rose. This side, no blush. Tender Rose, no blush. It's a very peachy blush, I would say. Peachy nudie blush. So that's what it is. Let me rub off the excess from the brush. And then let's do Soft Berry on the other side. Super pigmented because I can see it on my brush. Oh, that's a lovely shade. Oh, wow. That is a soft berry shade. I was saying, oh, that is a berry, but very soft. But yeah, that's the name. Super nice. I feel like this is going much better with the look, but I'll just even it out, don't worry. So this is Soft Berry, and this is Tender Rose. Wow. Okay. So I'm just going to even it out so that I don't look crazy. So far so good. I really liked it. I really did. I'm just going to take a powder brush that I used earlier with no product, with no more product on it. And I'm just going to gaze over the entire complexion. So far so good. I really like it. Let me show it to you in the swatch. This is Tender Rose. Damn, I just don't like to ruin the ombre that is happening. Okay, so but that's okay. This is Soft Berry. Just because it's an ombre, you will pick up a lot on your fingers, especially when you're like dipping and swirling all around. So I'll show it to you. When I swirled, it's gonna look like that. Still pretty, but you know, not as pretty as before. So let's swatch the orange one, and this is Orange Blossom. This would be stunning if you're not going for anything like dark and you have like blush cheek and nothing on your eyes and like, you know, that kind of a look. I think that would be really pretty. So this again is Tender Rose, Soft Berry, and Orange Blossom. Stunning, absolutely stunning shades, I would say. Definitely blended it out. Now because it does have like cornstarch in it, I personally would not recommend it to use on a daily basis, but once in a while it's all okay. So yeah, just because I have a lot of bumps, I know if I use cornstarch and mica on my skin, the bumps would show prominently if I use it on like a daily basis. But if I use it like once a week or something, I'll be all good. But price wise and everything, I think it's an awesome deal because these are like, it's so pretty. You don't need every shade, but if you have like one shade that speaks to you, I think this is a collector's item. You would really, really love it. Yeah, I just jumped off the gun when I saw this in the pictures in Trend Mood's website. I was like, what? What is that? I need it. So yeah, that's all for today. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you did like Moira Beauty or if you have tried anything from Moira Beauty before, leave it down in the comment section below. Which is your favorite product from them? They have a lot of products on their website. It's just that I didn't know about it. But yes, obviously the highlight, the star of the show were those ombre blushes. If one thing I have to recommend, I would recommend those ombre blushes. But don't go as crazy as me. Just pick like one shade that is useful for you. So that's all for today. If you guys like this video, please do give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and ring that notification bell so that you're notified every time that I post next. I generally upload every Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 9 AM Eastern Standard Time. Until next time, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.